Good evening and welcome to Heart of Ohio Sports. It's Raiders Field in Kansas, Ohio, as we've got the Lakota Raiders football team taking on Gibsonburg Golden Bears. Good evening, everybody, and we've got another fantastic night of high school football ahead of you here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Of course, I'm Dominic Helmstetter. Joining me tonight at our ex-Corre Mexican food pregame show, I've got Zach Dillon and then the amazing Connor Roush on the camera. How's it going, gentlemen?
It's going okay. It's going to be a good night for football. I think these two teams are pretty evenly matched, so we're going to see probably, in all likelihood, a pretty competitive game.
No question. So Lakota, they roll in tonight, and you can see them down there on the field. Coming in at 3-3, Mike Lento's crew been playing tough football all season long. We had a chance to see them last year as well, and they put up a lot of close games here. Now, of course, they're coming off of a big victory against Willard last week, 36-7. And Lento's crew, they're hoping to keep that momentum going tonight against the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. Now, the Golden Bears, they come in at 2-4, and Joe Wyant's, his crew, they also picked up a victory over Woodmore last week, 30-10. So two teams put up big points last week, but really not known for putting up big points, as both of them average out about 15 to 16 points a night. So I think, Zach, we're going to see a lot of running, a lot of smash-mouth football, and it warms my heart because I grew up with the wing tee, and I think we're going to see a little bit of that tonight as well.
Absolutely, and just for the viewers, right, the wing tee offense, which we're going to see Gibsonburg run pretty heavily. I believe Lakota, too. It's going to be a lot of movement up front from your offensive line, a lot of misdirection. You'll hand the ball off to your quarterbacks. You'll hand your running backs, but your quarterbacks are going to take it, keep it for themselves too. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that tonight.
Looking down on the field, we got the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. They're in the white jerseys with the black shorts and helmets. They're going to be receiving first, and then we've got the Lakota Raiders with the red jerseys. They're going to be kicking off, which means they're going to get the football first in the second half of tonight's contest. Again, we want to thank ex-Corre Mexican Food, our pre-game sponsor here. If you've never had an ex-Corre, make sure you stop down at the Tiffin Mall in Tiffin, Ohio. Check out their new look menu. Order some queso. You want to take all your friends down there as well. Check out their bar selection and all the amazing food that they've got on tap for you. You will not regret it. A phenomenal place, phenomenal atmosphere. That's ex-Corre Mexican Restaurant. All right, here we go. Kickoff is up and away tonight, and we're underway as Gibsonburg takes it up to around the 28-yard line, and it's Aiden Morant on the return. So we get our first look at the Golden Bears tonight. It's Military Appreciation Night tonight, so you got the giant Air Force, tunnel at the end of the field here, and you've got the fans decked out in red, white, and blue. Should be a phenomenal contest.
Is this our third Military Appreciation Night?
I believe it's our fourth. We've seen the jerseys 3 times, so I'm thrilled to see the white with the large black numbers on,
exactly.
on the Gibsonburg team here. So, all right, here we go. As Zach mentioned, you're going to have a little movement, and Gibsonburg just going to take it right at you as Antonio Salazar, their leading rusher on the season, picks up the first couple of yards for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, if you remember last year, we saw Salazar quite a bit. It wasn't the feature back in that offense, but run it quite a bit out of the fullback position, as you'll see tonight.
Yeah, just a junior, so Golden Bears fans, you're going to have a chance to see him a lot more next year as well. 2-time varsity player, just overall great talent. Salazar takes it again up the middle. First down for the Golden Bears as he reaches right around midfield. Salazar, 2 totes, and a first down for the Golden Bears. So much of what we expected here, Zach, right up the middle.
Yeah, right up the middle. Salazar got up to the second level pretty quickly, and that's how this game is going to be defined. Who can control the trenches in this run-heavy offense. Can the defensive line slow down the fullback, the running back, enough?
All right, here you go. We're going to hand it off. It's going to be number 32, Morant, who takes it off to the left side. He's going to be drugged down to the ground. Short gain, and it'll bring up second down for Gibsonburg.
Yeah, Morant in motion, following captain Sam Hansen out there to try to control the edge.
And that wing T, as you're mentioning, Zach, a little, they're going to try to fake you out a little bit with that motion. But this is a lot of what you're going to be seeing from the Golden Bears here. Here you go. Fake it. Give it. Salazar up the middle. Short gain. That'll bring up third. A big third down here for Gibsonburg.
Yeah, to that point, we always called it window dressing. That's what you're going to see a lot. A lot of movement up front. The linebackers, to combat that, they need to key in on two things. One, you're going to key in on the offensive guards for both sides. You got to follow the guards. They're going to follow you to the play. So that's pulling them left to right. Also, you want to take a look at the running back. Again, how they're set up. You want to think about the tendencies, the keys that you've watched in film all practice, or all week long in practice, rather.
Third down, and it's going to be Salazar again, well short of the first down marker. And that'll bring up fourth down for Gibsonburg.
Yeah, it's a long yard at 2. At least that was the initial spot. Now I think they're going to give him the full
Looks
2.5, 3 yards.
Looks like it might be 2 from the booth here. So here we go. Fourth down for Gibsonburg. See what they've got. They're going to give it to Salazar, who dances around but pushes forward. First down and a little bit more, as he's going to be drugged down by the Raiders.
Yeah, the fullback dive, we've seen it. Any play that's not motion. Oh, my goodness. You see the head referee?
Yeah.
He's signaling to keep the clock rolling. He's got the full rock and roll stance there.
Got a beautiful night tonight, about 70 degrees outside here and in the middle of the country. It's just gorgeous to look at here. That's our SSG Inc. weather report, keeping you up to date and connected with all things Kansas, Ohio.
Yeah, 70 degrees, cool breeze, low at 60 tonight. I mean, this is football weather.
It absolutely is. And, fans they're smashed into the stands over here. We're smashed into the booth. We've got a full house here. We've got 2 windows and 4 people. It's cozy, and we're not going to get chilly up here tonight. All right, we're about 8:23 here in the first quarter, 0-0. Gibsonburg's driving, though, and it's going to be Salazar. Fake to him, quarterback keeper, so Wagaman is going to take it off to the right side, drug down, might be just short, though.
I can see that being a effective play tonight. Again, it's a play-action run. You're selling that fullback dive up the middle that you've ran so effectively already.
As Salazar, several carries here on this drive, so naturally your eyes are going to go towards him as he's just pounded you right up the middle, and then the little quarterback keeper, and whoop, right there next to the first down marker. All right, here we go, 1st and 10 for Gibsonburg, and it's going to be Salazar up the middle. He's got a little room to work, but he's going to be upended and taken down right around that 25-yard line. Salazar getting the lion's share of the carries so far tonight, but part of that wing T, as you see a Lakota Raider down on the ground here, part of that wing T is to keep the movement going and get you guessing. I want to take a moment, thank some of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, Ex-Carre Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's Ice Cream, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, and Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital. Thank you very much, our generous sponsors, for keeping Heart of Ohio Sports streaming live every night.
Good thing to see Max Nordhaus, 6'3", 235 freshman, come off the field under his own power. Looked like he wanted to stay in there, have to come out for a play if they stop the clock for you.
7:30 here in the first quarter from Kansas, Ohio. Gibsonburg received the ball first, and they've driven the ball all the way down to the 25. And you're going to have Morant off to the left side, and he might be able to crack it in there. Touchdown, Gibsonburg, as it's Aiden Morant, the sophomore, who strikes first.
It's a 24-yard touchdown run. Let's take a look at the replay here. That is not the same game, so we are not going to do that.
I mean,
saw a
we can
replay
take a look
from
at that, too. That was a great game last weekend.
Sandusky, the Sandusky Columbia
whatever
game.
you do, just don't show the last play of that game where they spiked the ball on 4th down. The Sandusky fans won't be pleased with that one. PAT is up and good. That means it's 7-0. Gibsonburg taking the early lead here in tonight's Friday night matchup on the Extreme at Heart of Ohio Sports. Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Well, welcome back to Heart of Ohio Sports in Kansas, as not Kansas, the middle of the country, but Kansas, the middle of Ohio, as the Gibsonburg Golden Bears have a 7-0 lead over Lakota on Military Night, and the ball dribbles back into the end zone, and Lakota is going to take over here, and we'll have a first opportunity to see their offense and hopes of responding to the Golden Bears wing tee attack. Golden Bears, of course, they received the ball first here in the first quarter, and they were able to just march it straight down the field, capped off by a 24-yard touchdown run by sophomore Aiden Morant, and that 7-0 lead is where we're at so far tonight. All right, here we go. 7-13 in the first, and Lakota are going to see what they come up with as they hand it off. And it's going to be Micah Williams with the carry. Micah Williams, the senior tailback, the do-it-all running back for the Raiders. He's probably going to get quite a bit of action so far tonight.
Yeah, Michael Williams, 2-year varsity letterman.
All right, here we go. And you've got Bomber. Hands it off to Williams, off to the right side, drugged down right around the 25-yard line, so that'll bring up a big 3rd down for the Lakota Raiders.
Yeah, just an inside zone there, right side. Nothing going. It's a long 3rd down. Let's see what the play call is.
So far, run with Williams, and see what they come up with if they try to open it up a little bit. But I get the feeling both teams very, very rush-oriented. I get the feeling we're going to see a little bit more of that. Maybe a quarterback keeper to boot. All right, here we go. 3rd and 5 for Lakota. Bomber, the hard count, rolls to his right, looks to pass it. He's got a man, and it's going to be number 2, Avery Schilling, who connects. 1st down for the Raiders.
Beautiful ball there from the quarterback. Gets it just over top of Salazar, who's playing out in the flat, the far side of the field.
Schilling's got that 6'4" frame, 175 pounds, so a lot of height to work with there. And checking the official, I think it's going to come back. Yeah, it looks like a false start on Lakota, so that positive pitch and catch is going to be negated. And instead of having a first down and 10, now you're stuck with a 3rd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Not what you wanted there, Zach.
Not at all.
All right, looks like we're going to have a timeout down on the field. It's 7-0 Gibsonburg over Lakota, and big 3rd down coming up.
It's just a stoppage. I don't think we're going to get an actual timeout. Yeah, this is a good time to talk about our referee crew.
The official's getting a workout down there. All right, so we've got referee Kevin Eucomberry, umpire Adam Wehrman, linesman Dale Dawson, line judge Brad Lucas, and the side judge Wayne Algood. Keeping us straight tonight here for our home contest. All right, after that penalty pushes Lakota back, and they threw it last time, worked out beautifully. Before that, it was all Micah Williams, so we'll see what they come up with. They've got 3 split out to the bottom of your screen here, and you're going to have Bomber rolling, throwing well over the receiver's head. Incomplete, 4th down for Lakota.
Yeah, you saw that shove there at the end of the play. It wasn't a catchable ball, and I think that's where that comes from.
Cody Biddle, the intended receiver, never had a chance with that one as Bomber just threw it well over his head. And 4th down, and Gibsonburg's going to get another opportunity to even get some good field position here, as right now, Lakota, they're stuck on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that throw from Bonner off balance, a right-handed quarterback rolling out, that boot to the left.
Always tough. Throwing the ball across your body here.
Exactly.
All right, they're going to punt it away. Biddle, nice long kick. And there you go, Gibsonburg. Flag, no, it's just the spot. It's going to be Reese Walby with the return up to midfield, and Gibsonburg getting some excellent field position as defense comes up big and is able to stop the Raiders. All right, here we go. It's 7-0 Gibsonburg. They have another chance to put up some points here. As boy, it looks like the big fella is going to get a little rushing. Was it Wagaman?
So, yeah, it was Wagaman carried the ball. That came in at the very end. Could be a face mask.
No, they're actually going to say a face mask.
That's exactly what the call is.
It's on Lakota, their 2nd penalty so far this quarter. Last time the penalty cost them a 1st down and really forced them to punt the ball away. This time it's going to set up Gibsonburg with a 1st down, so costly penalties for Lakota, not exactly the way you want to start tonight's contest. So that helps Gibsonburg, who started this drive at the 50-yard line. 1 carry later, they're now up to 35 with the help of, and there's Wagaman again. He's gone. He's going to be drugged down from behind, just short of the goal line there. Wagaman chugging along with a huge gain, and he had the end zone in his eyes there, Zach, just like I did.
Yeah, that he did. Caught inside the 5.
So they're going to say Wagaman down right around the 4-yard line there, as he had open green space, nobody in front of him. And Lakota with the shoestring tackle saving a touchdown. And let's see if their defense can hold strong here as Wagaman gets another carry, and he's going to be drugged down to the ground by 2 Raider defenders. Wagaman, he's got a pretty large build. They list him as a fullback there, but 215 pounds of muscle. Not the easiest target to stop when you're rushing the football.
Case in point, they've run 2 plays and they've taken a minute and a half off the clock in those 2 plays because of it.
All right, here we go, and you got Wagaman in the backfield, joined by Walby. And it's going to be Walby. Yeah, it looks like another flag on the field here, and kind of a sloppy start to tonight's contest. Yeah, it's going to push Gibsonburg back, so what looked like a pretty favorable goal line offensive stand, now it's 2nd and 13. And not ideal for Gibsonburg.
Oh, goodness. So here we go, wing team once again.
All right, we got Walby and Wagaman in the back. It's going to be Wagaman. Fake to him, Salazar around the left side. He's going to put his shoulder down, and he's in for the score. Salazar with first touchdown of the evening, and that's going to give Gibsonburg now a 13-0 lead over Lakota.
It's part of this wing T offense. You never know where the ball's going to go. Sometimes, even up here in the booth, we're getting faked out. Connor Roush on the camera had it all the way, though.
Yeah, that was Salazar's first carry. And this drive, perfectly timed as he's able to punch it in on the left side for another Gibsonburg score. PAT is up, it's good, and you know what that means. It's now 14-0 with 3:37 left in the first quarter, and Gibsonburg has a commanding lead over the hometown Lakota Raiders.
You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Dominic Helmstetter, Zach Dillon up here in the booth from Kansas, Ohio, as Gibsonburg has just put up 2 touchdowns in short order on the Lakota Raiders. And there you have it, Nate Grigson able to scoop up the ball on that kickoff. Of course, Gibsonburg, they got the football first. That was our Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery opening kickoff as Gibsonburg got it first, marched down the field, punched it in for a score, and then their defense came out, stopped Lakota, got great field position, and then put in another touchdown. That's where we got the 14-0 score over hometown Lakota here at Heart of Ohio. So a lot of running. I think we've only had maybe 1 passing play so far tonight here, Zach, and that was overturned because of a penalty, so it actually pushed him back. And here we go, Lakota. It's going to be Williams again, enough for a first down, and that's a pretty good start there for the Raiders on this second drive.
Yeah, just a toss to the left side. Good blocking, way to seal the edge from the outside. Receiver, the tight end, and then the fullback is a lead blocker.
All right, so Raiders looking to keep up this positive momentum as they've crossed midfield. And nice little pitch and catch to Dussel. And Dussel Pushed out of bounds around the 30-yard line. First down, Raiders. 2 plays, 2 first downs. Couldn't have scripted it better there.
You hear the Lakota Raiders chant.
Love
giving
it.
the crowd something to cheer about.
And they've got a full set of stands here for Military Night from Kansas, Ohio. And it's a beautiful night, gorgeous. You can see the fields from here. And it's just a good night for some good old-fashioned high school football. And we mean that literally, as you've got Bomber rolls out to his right, and he's going to be taken down after a short gain. And that's a lot of what we've seen so far tonight. Good old-fashioned football means a lot of running. And, you know, I'm old enough to remember when this was the norm. All right.
Back in the good old days before the shotgun formation was invented.
Yeah, I know. It's the pass-happy kind of football that we've got nowadays. I didn't grow up with that. I grew up doing this kind of stuff. You got the pulling guards, the movement and the formations, and you've got two or three backs who just pound the ball all night long. And
how big of a high school did you go to?
We had about 300 in our graduating class. Williams, again, on the right side as he just puts his shoulder down behind the offensive lineman, and they just are pushing that pile closer and closer to the first down marker. Yeah, we were a D2 school, and I remember vividly we passed the ball a grand total of 5 times my senior year.
I believe you were a tight end in high school,
yes,
right?
And that doesn't mean that I caught the ball. That means that I was the decoy who ran around the football field blocking for the other people who got the ball.
It's interesting. You know, again, you see this wing tee, this power run kind of offense from smaller schools typically, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll see it. You need to create that window dressing again. You need to create the motion, the fakes
and
to
you've
get
got
your
to sell it
athletes in
too.
space.
Yeah, you've really got to sell it. As you've got Bomber, who just takes it off to the right side, and he coughs it up, and Gibsonburg's got the ball. Yep, Bomber unable to hold it as he rounded that corner, got hit hard, and turnover. And what looked like a promising drive for Lakota turns into a turnover to the Gibsonburg Polar Bears. Golden Bears. And they can do the polar bear thing too.
Well, again, turnovers when you run this kind of offense, run heavy, they mean just that much more. Because, again, yards are a little harder to come by.
All right. Golden Bears get the ball back. 1 minute here in the first quarter of play. And Salazar takes it right up the middle. Actually, it looks like it might be, okay, I think it's number 5, Caden Faustinow. We were getting a linguistics lesson on his name earlier, and they're like, you may not have to pronounce it too much, but they tricked us as Faustinow gets his first carry of the night, and it's a big one as he picks up 5. So it's about 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6 for Gibsonburg. And there you go. It's going to be Faustinow up the middle again, close to the first down marker. Fresh set of legs. We forgot to do our verbal practicing, Ron Burgundy style. That's what I'm thinking of right now, Zach.
It gets you the teleprompter.
Yep. All right, and clock is winding down there. End of the first quarter here. Gibsonburg close to that first down marker, but they've got a 14-0 lead over Lakota here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. We're in Kansas, Ohio, here at Lakota Raiders country. And right now, the visiting Gibsonburg Golden Bears have a 14-0 lead over Lakota. And after picking up a fumble recovery on that last one, they've got a first down to work with here as the Golden Bears look to extend their 14-0 lead. Dominic Helmstetter, Zach Dillon, Connor Roush. We travel so you don't have to. And wouldn't you know it, there you go. Look at it there. Zane Quick Fry, as he's got a lot of space. He's going to be pushed out of bounds around the 45-yard line after he crosses midfield. And Zane looking insane down there as he picks up huge yardage for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, Reese Walby listed as number 9 on the depth chart.
That makes more sense because Quick he's on the Raiders. We still love you, Zane. All right.
Looking at the different rosters there, Dom.
You know, I had it covered up here. You know, we're shoulder to shoulder, and I just
I will say, we are pressed into this booth. Reese Walby, again, second carry in a row.
You know, if we had sponsors like Roush Detailing, they give us all the details. And if we had something like that going on up here, better details, then we'd be able to pick up that one a little bit faster. So here we go. It's going to be it's going to be Smith, who's right up the middle here for Gibsonburg. And they're going to push all that much closer to the first down marker.
Yeah, that's just a fullback gut, fullback dive, whatever you want to call it. Right up the middle through the A-gap.
Number 5, Grant Smith, the freshman tailback for Gibsonburg, listed at 5'9", 180 pounds. They list him as a fullback, but that's unique. Smith picking up another carry. He's gotten a heavy workload here on this in this drive as he's been the main ball carrier, 4 carries so far, and he's picked up a couple of first downs, so been pretty effective here for Gibsonburg. And I guess you need those fresh set of legs there when you have that wing T. All about misdirection, all about ground and pound. And they're going to give it to the big man, Wagaman. No, it's Smith again. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Yep. Grant Smith touchdown, and that's going to be 20-0 as the Golden Bears extend their lead.
You see that graphic? Gibsonburg just running away with things, literally. The Red Sea of Lakota parted. He's able to just run basically untouched all the way to the end zone.
And you talk a lot about the misdirection, but I think one of the things that often gets overlooked with wing T football is it's really easy as a running back to squat down and hide the football if you square your shoulders and just get in behind the big brutes up in front of you. And that's exactly what Smith was able to do. Squared his shoulders, powered his way right through the line, and hit that crease hard. Touchdown, Gibsonburg, as PAT good. It's 21-0. Gibsonburg has a big lead over Lakota. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports in Kansas, Ohio. We got 10:05 here left in the first half of play, and right now it's all Gibsonburg as we've got 3 touchdowns. Morant, Salazar, and Smith all able to run it in, and Gibsonburg is just taking control of tonight's contest. All right, here we go. It's going to be Dussel on the return, and he's going to be taken down around the 34-yard line, and Lakota is going to have another opportunity. Not many of those for them. The one promising drive that they had, which was their last promising drive, they marched down the majority of the football field, but then they fumbled it away, gave it back to Gibsonburg, and then Gibsonburg returned that gift in kind with a touchdown.
Now, what I'd like to see out of Lakota here on this drive is to throw the ball a little bit more. You're down 3 scores. The 2 times you've thrown it tonight, it's been effective. 2 first downs, 1 called back on a penalty.
Avery Schilling, the big-bodied receiver at the top of your screen. He's one of those guys that got it that was called back on a penalty. So keep an eye on him. And then, of course, Dussel. He's just the dangerous weapon all around. And there we go, Bomber right up the middle, quarterback keeper, and he's going to be right around the first down marker as he dives forward. That might be enough for a first down. Yep, first down for the Raiders. Great start to this drive as Bomber able to turn nothing into something. Grant Bomber, a junior quarterback for Lakota. Got a bunch formation at the top of your screen, so 3, and then Schilling to the bottom of our screen here. He's that 6'4" target that we were mentioning moments ago.
There are a lot of things you can do out of this trip formation.
And ball is on the ground, and Bomber is just going to be hit hard as he's taken down to the ground. No chance at all to go anywhere with it. And it was Luke Foster who just buried him before he could even look up.
Yeah, a lot of things you can do out of the trips, not a lot of things you can do with a bad snap like that. The quarterback able to keep his wits about him, pick it up, make a spin move, but get a loss of 6.
Yeah, Bomber, he was able to turn something into nothing on the first drive, or the first play, got 10 yards. That one, like you said, bad snaps hard to overcome. So 2nd and 15.
Looks like they're lining up in the same play.
They're going to give it to Williams, their dynamic running back, who's going to be drugged down to the ground right around the original line of scrimmage. So now it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Raiders. Yeah, Micah Williams, their most dangerous skill player. Hard to really get him involved in tonight's football game in your rushing attack when you're down 21-0. All right, 3rd and 10. And we're right around the 45-yard line here. Bomber, quarterback there on your screen. He's been under duress much of this drive, as it looks like they're trying to move in and out of a couple of plays. They got trips up at the top of the screen here. Bomber looking to the bottom, Schilling off of his hands, incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down and might force the Raiders to punt the ball away again.
Just a bad throw there. The route was there, runner was open. Bomber put a little too much on it.
Keeping the offense on the field as you got a few players coming in and out, so we'll see ultimately what it's going to be. I think trying to keep the element of surprise there as you see Coach Mike Lento.
You have a player for Gibsonburg all the way back. This punt formation.
Yep, that's what they're going to do. Ultimately kick it away. Cody Biddle. And that's what he's going to do. Punt it away. Bounces where you're going to have Walby pick it up and buried. There you go. Williams with an amazing open field tackle to pin the Golden Bears back inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Michael Williams, good special teams play. Breaks down in space so there's no move for the returner. And goes and makes the tackle.
Yeah, those are tough tackles. You snap it away, and you're just running full speed. You got to find him, and then you got to pin him down. So those are tough things to do. Great job by Williams giving your defense an opportunity here. So it's 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears. And that one's not going to go very far. Looks like it's Smith again. He's going to have that carry. So Smith getting some more carries and back-to-back drives for the Golden Bears. He was the driving force behind their touchdown drive on the last set of downs, and he gets them started off here on this one. 2nd and 9 for Gibsonburg. Just smash mouth football coming right at you. And it's going to be number 9, Walby, off to the right side as he's going to be pushed out of bounds close to that first down marker. And that should be enough for a first down as they pick up move those chains, pick up a little bit more, and keep this drive moving. So far we've had Smith. He's been a common name here, Grant Smith. But we've also had Reese Walby carry it, and then the big fella, Spencer Wagaman, who's been carrying it between the tackles here in this three-headed monster for the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. It's going to be Walby again on the right side here as he's going to be drugged down right around that first down marker. Short gain there. That'll bring up 2nd and long for the Golden Bears. And you got to keep your eye on the ball at all times. And Zach, you were just talking earlier in the first quarter there, this wing T, all that misdirection, having so many different people involved in the rushing attack can be really difficult for the defense to kind of figure out where the ball's going.
Exactly. It's difficult for the defense to figure out where the ball is going. It's better for the offense, obviously, but you get to find out what works, right? So if you're saying, okay, this play where I handed out to the outside runner, that just picked up 10 yards, perfect. We can do that again, and then that opens up more doors. All right, well, they know this works. Now I can just hand it right back up the middle for another gain.
Looks like Salazar is going to get the carry, and he's going to bounce it back in towards the middle. Short gain there, so it's going to be 3rd and long for Gibsonburg. Salazar, that was his first carry on this drive. He got a little action early in the game, but it's been limited so far. But when he's gotten the ball, he's really made it count as he was able to pick up a 13-yard touchdown run late in the first quarter. One of 3 touchdowns in the half so far for Gibsonburg. So things have gone pretty well for the Golden Bears rushing attack here. All right, keep an eye on the big man, Spencer Wagaman there in the backfield. And they're going to roll out to the right, and it's Smith, the intended receiver. And Mooney unable to connect with Smith, so that'll be incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and long for Gibsonburg. That was the first passing play of the night for Gibsonburg. And getting some extra bodies involved in the offensive attack. All right, so this 4th and 8, as that was the 3rd down play here. So 4th and 8 for Gibsonburg. They're going to be their first punt of the evening as Wagaman is going to kick it away. Dussel's going to catch it around the 40, and he's coming back towards us up to the 50. He's got a little room there as he crosses midfield. Strong return by Dussel, and the Raiders picking up some good field position on this offensive drive. I got a little work to do here, Zach, as Lakota, they've got to string together some first downs as they've got a 21-0 deficit, as so far it's been all Golden Bears. Maybe it's just a good time to get Williams involved right away because he was pretty productive there on your first drive before, kind of turned it over on downs.
Yeah, he for sure is this team's playmaker. Him and Salazar are the players that you're going to rely on this season. But again, I'd like to see some passing game get incorporated. I think that's how you come back from these kind of deficits.
Yep, Biddle joins Dussel right there in the backfield. Of course, you've got Micah Williams behind both of them, and Dussel getting close to the line there as they switch the play. Hard count, give it to Williams right up the middle. Powers his way forward. Solid gain here on first down. And he's going to be up right around that 40-yard line, so about 4 to 5 yards for Micah Williams. Want to make sure that we thank all of our sponsors here: Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, Ex-Carre Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, and UIS Insurance. Thank you very much for sponsoring Heart of Ohio Sports and tonight's streaming broadcast at heartofohiosports.com. Williams take it off to the right side, powers his way forward. Should be enough for a first down as he's awfully close and may just be short. Yep, they're going to say he's just short. I also want to thank Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink, Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's Ice Cream, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, and Mercy Health, Tiffin Hospital. Great sponsors for Heart of Ohio Sports here in Kansas, Ohio.
Now, while we're talking about things of this nature, go check out our social medias too. Of course, like us on Facebook, Instagram.
Williams up the middle here, enough for a first down this time as Golden Bears wrap him up and make sure that they stop him from breaking free. And it's number 9, Reese Walby, with a good tackle on Williams.
Lakota able to start putting first downs together.
And they were able to do that earlier in the game, but they also fumbled it away after their last sustained drive. So ball security is going to be important here for the Raiders as they are now up to the 32-yard line and making a little noise here. 3:04 left in the first half of play, as it's going to be Williams again on the left side. He cuts it back into the middle. Should have enough for a first down and more as Williams takes it inside the 15-yard line. Micah Williams with another big play for the Raiders offense. This is exactly what you need for Mike Lento's crew, as the Raiders, they're going to get the ball back here in the second half of play, so they want to take off a little of that clock. They want to put up some points here and hope that your defense can come back out and get you the ball back in short order. 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 15-yard line. And you're going to have Bomber looking to pass it. Got some pressure, steps up, rolls to his right, steps up again. He's going to tuck and run. Bomber's going to be taken down around the 10-yard line. He had a little space to move, but avoided tragedy as he's able to get some positive yardage on the broken play.
Well, the play was there. Schilling on the outside had a curl that was about 5 yards. It's kind of right at the sticks. But again, pressure from the edge. And Bomber had to just tuck it and run.
So 2nd and 4. Make sure you stay tuned here for our halftime show. Brought to you by Buckeye IT. They got all your IT solutions. And we're going to check out the local bands here. And, of course, review some of the action in the area, the high school football, as Williams powers his way up close to the end zone as he picks up another first down. And he can just sniff those positive yards as he's looking for his first score of the night. All right, jumping right in, and Bomber, that hard count as he's that hard count. I don't know if it's a silent count. He's slapping his hands there, but it helps get his offensive linemen in order. Williams handoff straight away, and Gibsonburg was ready for it as they push him back for a loss. Yeah, no fooling anybody on that one. Everybody knew Michael Williams was going to get that football and loss on the play. So instead of a nice 2nd and short play, it's going to be 2nd and 6 for Lakota.
Get 45 seconds left. You have to be conscious of that. You got 2 downs. You got timeouts.
Again, Lakota's getting the football first here in the second half, so they don't want to leave any time on the clock for Gibsonburg, but they definitely need to walk away with some points as Williams is taken down by a sure-handed tackle. I mean, holy cow. There was no doubt about that one. And I believe it was Luke Foster again, as we're going to have a timeout down on the field. Third down, a big third down coming up here for the Lakota Raiders.
I think that made the tackle was Wagaman.
Was it Wagaman?
It was. He played it really well on the outside, got past that block, good hands.
Yeah.
And again, it was just a one-on-one tackle in space behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And
number 8, Spencer Wagaman, and number 21, Luke Foster. Those linebackers there on defense have been wreaking havoc on the Raiders offense. And sounds like Wagaman there, he got the tackle on that last one there. Buckeye IT Solutions. Hey, if you're looking for, if you got any problems there with your internet needs, make sure that you dial up Buckeye IT or stop by their website, buckeyeit.com, and set up your free consultation, as they'll make sure that they detail any of your needs, and that friendly, hands-on service. They'll go through and give you all the details that you need, and they'll make sure that you get all of your solutions taken care of, whether it's residential, commercial. Buckeye IT Services, they're there for you. Customer service top-notch. So make sure you stop by buckeyeit.com. Proud halftime sponsor here for Heart of Ohio Sports. 26 seconds left in the half here, and woof, that's not going well for Cody Biddle, as he was just flipped upside down, and yep. Not much you can say about that one, Zach.
Well, it's 10 seconds left.
Yeah,
They're going to take
5,
this all the way down before
4.
they call the timeout.
Yep, and a fourth down coming up. So 3 seconds left in the half. Fourth down play coming up. Timeout on the field here for Lakota. This definitely will be the last play of the half, and Lakota hoping to come up with some sort of a creative solution here, as the last couple of plays they've just been stuffed by this Gibsonburg defense.
So again, this is the last play. You need 9. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if you're putting Bomber in motion, try to boot him out one way or the other.
Yeah, and the last 2 plays have been negative plays. First, it was Williams who got pushed back, lost about 5, and then you got number 13, Cody Biddle, who was just pushed back. He lost a few yards, so it's going to be interesting. Now, something to remember there, they got Avery Schilling. He's been targeted 3 times so far tonight. The one time they did connect, it was taken back because of a penalty. So Schilling, he's got that 6'4" frame, so maybe somebody to keep an eye on as a great red zone target for the Raiders. Schilling, of course, he's going to be right now at the top of your screen. You can see him off to the right is Connor Roush working the details for us, try to get us a full picture of this offensive spread. So you've got Schilling off camera right now, Biddle in tight there, and you've got Dussel all at the right of your screen here, as Bomber rolling to his right, looking for a man, throws it, incomplete, really nowhere near any of his intended targets, and that's it for the first half of play here from Kansas, Ohio, as Gibsonburg Golden Bears have a commanding 21-0 lead over Lakota. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back with our Buckeye IT halftime show. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports in Kansas, Ohio. It is halftime here, and right now we've got the Gibsonburg Golden Bears with a 21-0 lead over the hometown Lakota Raiders. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, and this is our Buckeye IT halftime show. Make sure that you check out BuckeyeIT.com. They'll make sure that they get all of your technical needs taken care of with their private, individualized consultation, whether it's residential, commercial, does not matter. They've got the best customer service right there for you, and they'll make sure that you get every need that you've got sorted out and taken care of on the spot. All right, it is 21-0 here at halftime, and we're about to go down onto the field here and see the Gibsonburg Golden Bears marching band as we get things started.
Introducing the 2023 Gibsonburg Marching Band. Tonight we present our 60s show featuring music from the era of bell-bottoms and flower crowns. Our first number was a song written in 1963 for the band The Exciters, but found popularity the following year when it was covered by Manfred Mann. Here's our version of Doo-Wah Diddy Diddy. Our next song was written by Cliff Nobles and Company and was released as the B-side to their single, Love Is All Right. It was Cliff Nobles' only hit. This song has maintained popularity through the decades, with many bands playing it every year at high school football and basketball games. If you played in your high school band in the 70s through the 90s, we know you'll recognize The Horse. selection tonight comes from the folk scene in the 60s. The song was originally written and performed by Pete Seeger, but became popular when adapted by the Byrds. Here is Turn, Turn, Turn. The Gibsonburg Marching Band is directed by Joshua Thomas, with flag and major advisor Angie Ickes. The band would like to thank the students and staff of Gibsonburg, along with Principal Justin Johnson and Superintendent Dr. Falkenstein. Go Bears!
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports here. Kansas, Ohio, the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. They've got a 21-0 lead over the hometown Lakota Raiders. It's our Buckeye IT halftime show. You just saw the Golden Bear Marching Band on the field. Now we're going to go down and check out the Raider Marching Band here at Heart of Ohio Sports in our halftime show.
The band, along with the Lakota Raider High School mixed and select choirs, would like to honor the men and women who have served or are currently serving in our nation's military. The band and choirs will be performing the official anthems of each military branch. When you hear your branch's theme, please stand to be recognized. The United States Navy. United States Army. United States Marine Corps. The United States Air Force. The U.S. Coast Guard. To conclude tonight's performance, the marching band, along with our 7th grade concert band, would like to perform a stirring rendition of God Bless the USA. Ladies and gentlemen, the Raider Marching Band.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports here from Kansas, Ohio, and the Lakota Raider Marching Band right there on your TV screen. Buckeye IT halftime show. Right now we've got Gibsonburg 21, Lakota 0. We'll take a short break here in a moment. Stay tuned. We've got a lot of action to get to here in the second half of play. Got to review the first half and where all the points came from, and then we're going to take a look around the area, get you some score updates.
I have the 50-50 ticket here for $386. It's a yellow ticket, 221-721. 221-721.
Connor Roush here. Stay tuned for all the details on Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go, Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little Hugo's is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today and take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little Hugo's on West Market Street in Tiffin.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Oh, welcome back to Heart of Ohio Sports here. Dominic Helmstetter, Zach Dillon, and Connor Roush joining you from Kansas, Ohio. Our Buckeye IT halftime show featured both of the marching bands from Gibsonburg and Lakota, bringing us some pretty awesome music there. All right, tonight's contest, it is 21-0. Gibsonburg has a pretty commanding lead over Lakota, and it's been pretty simple here. Gibsonburg put up 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, and then they capped it off with another touchdown in the second quarter, and not much else to say. We've had a few penalties, fumble, so a few mistakes there on Lakota's side that have kind of aided the Golden Bears as they've stormed out of the gates with a 21-0 lead as we head into halftime, as we head into the second half of play here from the Lakota's home stadium. And you can see that beautiful shot there provided to you by Buckeye IT. You've got the golden moon, and you know, just a beautiful sight all around here for some high school football. If you're looking around some of the area scores, Columbian picked up a huge victory over Clyde, 49-14 in a doubleheader in Tiffin, Ohio. Right now, Calvert, they are playing the second half of that doubleheader, and they've got a 7-0 lead over Margaretta so far. All right, so Gibsonburg kicks it away, and Lakota, they're going to get the ball here first in the second half, and they've had some positive plays, but just not able to finish the deal yet tonight, Zach.
Yeah, Lakota been put in some good positions. We'll see here what they do with that out-of-bounds kick. If they want to re-kick, assess the distance. I think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, looks like they're going to do a re-kick, and that's exactly what's happening right here. So I want to make sure that we're up to date with all of our sponsors here at Heart of Ohio Sports. We've got some phenomenal companies that have supported us and made sure that we're streaming live for you each weekend. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, Ex-Carre Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Hope and Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink, Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's Ice Cream, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, and Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, some of our proud Heart of Ohio Sports sponsors here, heartofohiosports.com. Check us out at YouTube. Make sure you click subscribe and get all of those streaming notifications so you can stay up with all of your area Buckeye sports. All right, so I think the officials have it sorted out here, and certainly looks like Coach Lento is pleased with what's going on, and he's like, all right, let's kick it now, or let's get the ball back so we can we can get moving and kick it into gear, rather. So, all right, here we go, and it's going to be a bouncing kick, and there you go. It's going to be Lakota taking it up to the 40. And, yep, Dussel on the return. Now, something to keep in mind here, these rushing attacks, a dewy field down there as we dip a little bit in temperature. And I had a chance to walk around the field a little bit, and some of the grass along the side had a little slip to it. And, of course, I don't have cleats on, so it didn't, may not bother them all that much.
Yeah, things cooled off. Now the sun's down right about 60 degrees out here.
All right, so Dussel and Williams in the backfield there. Two split out to the bottom of your screen. And it's going to be Williams, their bell cow, right up the middle. Spins and dives forward as he's taken down right around the 46-yard line. 45 is where they're going to spot it. Williams, he's their go-to playmaker, and he had some real positive plays, but the Golden Bears, they were able to stuff him right near the end zone before halftime and keep the Raiders out, which is why it's still 21-0 tonight.
Yeah, it was just a poor possession down in the red zone. Try to run up the middle 3 plays in a row. They tried that boot action, like I said. Throw wasn't there.
Dussel to Schilling. Schilling, enough for a first down as he gets away.
Yeah, Bomber, the quarterback. There we go. That was the execution we should have seen earlier at the end of that first half.
All right, it's going to be Bomber from the shotgun there, and he's going to be joined with Williams in the backfield. First and 10 from midfield here, and they kind of ran into each other, and as Williams tries to scamper forward, and he's going to be taken down after picking up some nice yardage. I don't know if there was any miscommunication there, but it looked like Bomber and Williams kind of ran into each other on the handoff.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a option play where you had the option to throw the ball. That's kind of what it looked like. I don't know if Bomber wanted to tuck it himself, but kind of both held on to the ball for a good amount of time before the handoff.
Bomber and Williams there in the backfield. They got 2 wideouts to the top of your screen, Schilling and Dussel. And, they keep checking the wrist. It's almost like they're just changing plays depending on what they see. And what they see is a handoff to Williams as there's nowhere for him to go, and he's going to be taken down for a loss in the play. Yeah, that's going to be 3rd and 7 now for Lakota. And this is a big third down because you're already there's already a 3-score deficit, and your first drive out of the gate here in the second half can't be a quick 3 and out. All right, here we go. Bomber looking to his right, looking to pass all the ways. Incomplete, nowhere to go. Avery Schilling, the intended receiver there, had 2 defenders on him, and Schilling put his hands up in the air after the ball sailed by, and I don't know if he's just frustrated or he thought he may have been pushed a little.
Well, the problem is Bomber's not really giving his receivers much of a chance. I mean, the balls are not missing by a small margin when he's missing, right? So that could be frustration. It could be trying to sell a call, but, I mean, that ball was not catchable.
It's something we need to remind ourselves. Lakota, they only average about 20 yards passing each night, so it's not their strength. They're on offense. Running the ball is their strength, and Micah Williams has a little something to do with that. But when you're down 3 scores, it's hard to run your way back into the game. So there you have it. They're going to punt it away, and it's going to be number 9, Reese Walby, who's able to catch it. And we're going to get another look at Gibsonburg here, who has done really well for themselves in the first half. We saw a lot of Grant Smith, number 5 Grant Smith rushing the ball. We saw a lot of Spencer Wagaman, the big fella, just pounded it away. And then they sprinkle in Antonio Salazar, who's kind of like the speed option there with that rushing attack, and kind of hard to keep track of if you're a Raider defender. All right, so here we are, and it's going to be Salazar, I believe. Yep, Salazar right up the middle. First down for the Golden Bears. The speed option it is here as Antonio Salazar sprints out to the gate. And the Gibsonburg just picking up where they left off at the end of the first half. First and 10 from the 26-yard line here for Gibsonburg. And, yeah, I think that's all you need to know at the moment. Here you go, toss it to Wagaman. He's going to take it off to the right side, first down and more here as Wagaman has plenty of space and nobody to stop him. He'll be pushed out of bounds around the 43-yard line. Another strong rush and gain by this Gibsonburg rushing attack.
Yeah, Wagaman, they use him on the outside. That's where a majority of his carries are coming from, trying to get him around the edge of the defense where Salazar is coming right up the middle. And then that's where you can move your quarterback to. Again, it's pretty simple if you're Lakota. You just got to stay disciplined and stop it.
Salazar gets the handoff right up the middle. He's got space too, puts his shoulder down, bowls his way forward. First down for Gibsonburg as they're just kind of imposing their will on Lakota right now during this drive. Oh my. 3 rushes, 3 first downs here, Zach.
Yeah, credit to this offensive line for Gibsonburg. They're just imposing their will on the defense, getting the defensive line out of their spots, getting to the second level. And from there, it's easy. I mean, anybody can run through a hole that big.
Absolutely. I could, I think.
All right, let's not get carried away.
I might pull a hammy. First and 10 across midfield here. Salazar gets another carry right up the middle. He's going to be taken down. This time he's stopped a little short of that first down marker. It's going to be about second and we'll call it 2nd and 5 for the Golden Bears. Yeah, we're at the 6:50, 6:49, 6:47. You see it just keeps on ticking down here. Gibsonburg milking this clock away. No rush at all. 21-0 lead. Golden Bears over the Raiders right now, and the Golden Bears are moving.
Yeah, this is a good time to remind people the running clock doesn't start until 30 points up.
Wagaman first down and a little bit more there. Golden Bears continue to march. Yeah, it'll be 30 points is where you start to talk about that running clock here. And we've got a little work to do before we get there. But something to keep an eye on as Gibsonburg is just taking control of tonight's contest. First and 10 for Gibsonburg. And it's going to be Wagaman again on the right side. This time he's going to be wrestled down close to the first down marker, or close to the original line of scrimmage, rather. Short gain, Gibsonburg 2nd and long coming up.
Well, good stop there. Lakota has to put together a couple more of those.
That is something that is not mentioned nearly enough. So hats off to the guards here from Gibsonburg. I agree with you. As a man in motion, that's Walby. Will be handoff up the gut to Salazar. He's going to pick up about 3 on that.
Salazar get to what is that? Get to about the 28.
Yeah, it's going to be about 3rd and 7 here for Gibsonburg as they just been moving the ball really well in this drive. I imagine they're going to dial up another sort of run here. Salazar and Wagaman, they've been the go-to options here so far with this wing T. And it's going to be Wagaman on the right side. He's going to be taken down well short of the first down marker. And Zach, if you're the coach over there, Are you going to just go for it? I don't think we've seen their field goal kicker other than the PATs, and I'm not sure that he can make it from this distance.
Well, again, you've seen how effectively you're able to run your offense. I wouldn't be surprised if you're giving it to Wagaman around the edge or hand it right off to Salazar. You can pick up these chunk plays at a time. We've seen it already this drive, so this doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, Salazar, the speed option in this combo. And it is Salazar, faked to him, tosses it to number 32, Morant, and he breaks a couple tackles. He's still tiptoeing. He kind of drops it in the end zone, but are they going to call it touchdown? Yep, that's right. Aiden Morant tiptoed along the sideline, dropped the ball in the end zone, picked it back up, touchdown Golden Bears.
Well, we have the replay now. He loses it once, and then on the outside, he loses it again into the end zone. That is not what you want to see if you're the head coach. I'm sure that's going to be a conversation, if not on the sideline, then for sure on Monday.
That is one of the craziest, silliest touchdown runs we've seen in a while, Zach. As Aiden Morant, he catches it, he throws it up in the air, gets around two tacklers, tiptoes along the sideline, drops it, picks it up, and still manages to get the touchdown. PAT is up and is good, and wouldn't you know it, Gibsonburg has a 28-0 lead over Lakota.
Connor Roush here. Stay tuned for all the details on Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little Hugo's is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today, take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little Hugo's on West Market Street in Tiffin.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, Kansas, Ohio, and the visiting Gibsonburg Golden Bears are dominating tonight's contest 28-0 as they just put up another touchdown in silly yet extraordinary fashion, and everything's going right for them as Morant had a 26-yard TD catch, and that's his second touchdown of the evening. So, of course, they're kicking it back to Lakota here, and it's going to be number 2, Avery Schilling, on the return as he's pushed out of bounds right around the 32-yard line. And the Raiders offense, they've got their work cut out for them. And so far, the only thing that's really, truly worked for them, Zach, has been number 26, Michael Williams. And there's not a lot of 28-point rushes that he's going to be able to pick up here.
Well, again, you got to take it one at a time. 4 minutes left. It's not impossible, right? But, again, you need chunk plays, you need splash plays. You need to get your offense generating anything.
And Bomber has had a really tough time throwing the football tonight. Of course, it's not their forte offensively, but at some point you're going to have to start airing it out a little bit. And it's going to be Williams getting fumble. He fumbled it. Williams coughed it up. There's a flag on the field over here. Let's see what the call is officially.
Well, they did signal Gibsonburg ball.
Now, is that a marker or a flag?
It was definitely a marker.
Okay,
That's
all
the
right.
second time they've got you tonight, though.
I'm colorblind. What can I say?
And again.
Okay, Gibsonburg football. Just like that. They just scored 7 points, and now they're going to have a chance to do it again.
Well, so now we get to talk about the 30-point differential. The rule here, again, if Gibsonburg scores any points down here on this drive.
Yeah, that was Lakota's second fumble. Gibsonburg scooped up, and like you said, it's setting them up for this 30-point thing as Wagaman taken down around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so we'll talk about it again. If Gibsonburg were to score here, we move to a running clock. So that means the clock is stopped only for the following: an official's timeout or injury timeout, a charge timeout by either team, a change of possession, the end of the third quarter, a score occurs, or any extended delay signaled by the referee.
Okay, so really the referees, they're going to control the clock in a lot of ways. It's kind of what I'm hearing there. So here we go, 2nd and 11. And it's going to be the Smith right up the middle, and short gain. And that'll bring up 3rd and long for Gibsonburg. So Lakota, their offense, they've coughed it up twice. The first fumble came in the first quarter, and that eventually turned into a 20-yard touchdown run by Smith. And we're talking about the same gentleman here in the game, number 5, Grant Smith. He's been getting the football, and let's see if Gibsonburg is able to have the same type of fortunes. And looking to throw it this time, a rare show, and it's going to be Wagaman who catches it well short of the first down marker. That'll bring up 4th down for Gibsonburg.
Yeah, beautiful play design. You'll see this a lot in spread offenses. Again, you just motion him from the left side to the right, get him that running start. You snap the ball, he turns up field, and it's a sprint out to the right. Now, that play probably turns into a bigger gain if that ball is placed right on him and a little bit more zip to that football, because that was kind of lobbed out there. But
yeah. All right,
regardless.
4th and 5, a little switcheroo. Salazar, 1st down and more for Gibsonburg. Yep, they just handed it off to everybody in the backfield on that one. 1st down, Golden Bears, as they move those chains again. And now they're at the 20-yard line, getting closer to the goal line and closer to that 30-point margin that Zach was talking about just a moment ago. We're down at 1:46 here in the third quarter. And it's going to be Smith again, this time nowhere to go, as the O-lineman was unable to clear out the defenders that kind of gathered there in his path. Cameron Mooney, just that manager-type quarterback, threw it just that one time, just a moment ago, really. And but he's the guy who's got to get the ball to the playmakers. And, I mean, it's worked out really well for Gibsonburg with this wing T approach. All right, so 2nd and 10 for Gibsonburg. Wagaman taking it off to the right side. He's got space. 1st down more. Touchdown, Gibsonburg. Spencer Wagaman, touchdown, as Gibsonburg is just blowing the doors off of this Lakota defense.
Yeah, we move now to that running clock. We've said it again. It's just that outside handoff to Wagaman has just been so effective tonight.
They've done it a few times, and he's got so many options. Just look at this. He just follows his blocker. 1st down, touchdown. Just that easy. So PAT is no good. So it is 34-0. Gibsonburg with a commanding lead over the Lakota Raiders.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey carpet and floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, welcome back to Heart of Ohio Sports. Dominic Helmstetter, Zach Dillon, and Connor Roush here in Kansas, Ohio. And the Gibsonburg Golden Bears are putting on an offensive display tonight as they've got a 34-0 lead over Lakota Raiders, and we're still in the third quarter. And Zach, you were talking that 30-point differential. That means we're going to have a running clock here as we approach the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we'll say it one more time, but the clock is only really stopped on a timeout by either team or official's timeout. A change of possession and injury, we'll see one at the end of the third quarter, which will be on this drive. And anytime a score occurs, and then any other all-encompassing referee stoppage.
So the referees run the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But
well, when do they not?
Yeah, well, they haven't run it when Gibsonburg's been running a lot of the show here. As Schilling takes the kickoff, and not a lot of space to run as he's taken out around the 29-yard line. But yeah, Gibsonburg's really been running the show tonight as their rushing attack has shown up ready to play, and everybody's gotten touches. And you just look at this display, Zach. Morant had a 24-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. Salazar followed that up with a 13-yard run in the first quarter. Smith, 20-yard run in the second quarter. Morant, his second touchdown, this time a catch in the third quarter. And then Wagaman, another 20-yard touchdown run here in the third quarter. So they're spreading the ball around to all their playmakers, and oh my goodness, has it turned into something good for Gibsonburg as we look here at the end of the third quarter, and 34-0, Gibsonburg over Lakota here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, and 34-0, Gibsonburg over Lakota. I want to take a moment, thank all of our sponsors here, keeping our live stream going. Make sure that you check us out on Facebook, check us out on Instagram, Heart of Ohio Sports. That's right, Heart of Ohio Sports. Want to make sure that we thank Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, Ex-Carre Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's Ice Cream, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, and Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, our proud Heart of Ohio Sports sponsors. I want to thank every single one of you for keeping us on here. YouTube, make sure you click subscribe because these people, they've made it possible here for us to bring you tonight's broadcast. And woof, there you go. It looks like Bomber tosses it deep, incomplete. And the Raiders, they're coming out gunning here in fourth quarter, Zach.
Yeah, they are. Again, they're going to need to. I think 34 in one quarter is out of reach for sure, but you never know.
Avery Schilling, the intended receiver on that one, again, unable to bring it in.
How about that cowboy hat on the sideline?
I'm feeling it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my. Oh, yeah. He's
Number
got the
3.
boots as well.
Who's that, Jesse Wright, it looks like, on the depth chart?
Dude's rocking it.
Got the Garth Brooks black cowboy hat.
What about that shirt on the sideline photographer? I mean, where can I get one of those?
Oh,
all right, here we go. And it's going to be Dussel off to the left side, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. And, yeah, there you go. Man.
All the way. Look at that.
That has got summer vacation written all over it, guys. And
sailboats.
I'm loving it. 10:20 left in tonight's contest. Make sure you stay tuned. We're going to have our Little Hugo's player of the game afterwards here. And want to make sure that we stay tuned because, you never know who it's going to be. It could be anybody on Gibsonburg. And there you go. Lakota making something of it as Bomber, quarterback keeper, first down for the Raiders. So right around midfield here for the Raiders is a huge play by Bomber. And that's going to help keep them moving here. As they got to put some points up, and I'm not sure that it's about winning and losing at the moment, but definitely about getting your offense fine-tuned. Bomber looking to pass, and he's got his man. It's going to be number 9, Quick. And Quick's going to be taken down close to the first down marker. And it's going to be just short of the first down marker. So Zane Fry, Quick, the nice little pitch and catch. The Raiders got something going here, Zach. They're cooking on this drive.
They're moving the ball. They have to, obviously.
Now
they got to capitalize.
Yeah, they've done this before, and they were unable to capitalize, as you said, whether it's a fumble or just 4 and out. Just going out on the 4th down here. So 2nd and 2. And it's going to be a rush straight up the middle. I think it might have been Grigson there. Yes, it is. Number 4, Nate Grigson with the carry. First down for Lakota, moving the chains again.
Grigson, 5'8", 165 freshman.
I haven't seen him on offense much tonight, and
there are a couple of new faces out there.
Yeah.
I see Graham Harmon as well. And again, in a blowout game like this, you get your freshmen some experience, try to make some plays.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. Bomber from the shotgun tosses it. Avery Schilling with a catch, and he's going to be buried. Oh my goodness, that hit by number 21, Luke Foster. And buried Schilling as he needs a little help getting up. Got to fix that jersey a bit. About 6 yards on that pitch and catch, so it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Raiders.
Schilling is a player I'm surprised hasn't gotten more involvement in this offense tonight. Again, we were watching him pregame. He's got a great athletic frame.
6'4".
Fast,
yeah.
Exactly. He's just not going anywhere tonight. And they're not really going his direction.
Starting to spread it out a little bit here for the Raiders. And they're going to give it to, it looks like Dussel, who's going to just keep turning his legs, running tough. He might have got another first down with that extra effort. Connor's saying 4th down. He was just short.
Number 4, that was Nate Grigson, is the holding up the 4. They're going to move the chains. It's 1st down.
Yeah, there you go.
Grigson on the carry.
He's got enough for a 1st down, moving the chains again. Grigson, the freshman tailback, picking up big yardage for the Raiders.
Don't worry, Connor, I'm with you.
He could have been saying 4th quarter, 4th down, 4 inches to go. I don't know.
Our cameraman, Connor, we're directly behind the camera, so we can see him. And he's got the headphones on, listening to all of our mistakes up here.
1st and 10 for the Raiders as they look to keep this drive alive, doing some fine work here. A little miscommunication as Bomber's forced to hold on to it, and he's going to be buried behind the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go there is it's going to be Wagaman, I believe, with the sack. Spencer Wagaman, 215 pounds. Big boy.
Big boy. And again, he can move. He plays a running back and defensive end, which is not a combo you see all that often.
Because of the sack, it's going to be 2nd and 15 here. And surely 4th down territory is Raiders just going to go and go and go and go. So they got things split out. Schilling's out of the game here as they got 3 split out at the bottom of your screen. 1 to the top. Bomber rolls to his left, looking to throw to the bottom, and his intended receiver, that's Quick, again, overthrows him, incomplete, and that's going to be 3rd and long for the Raiders.
Yeah, again, just nothing going. It looks like we have a penalty for a legal man downfield. And motions are they might decline this, actually. Let's see what the call is. But again,
Yep.
nothing going. The offensive line has not been doing him any favors.
Yep. They're going to decline it, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 15.
The offensive line not doing him any favors. Bomber just not able to find his footing. He's just not getting the ball to where it needs to be.
So
Making the right reads, but
yeah, 3rd and 15, and Bomber. We said it early on. Passing is not how they pick up their yardage. Rushing the ball is, but they've got a 34-0 deficit right now as he rolls off to his left, looking to pass. He's going to be hit and taken down. Oh goodness, that just hurts to watch. Big number 72, Dash Suter, another 205 pounds thrown on top of him, and that one hurts.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it on the replay. He's at the bottom of your screen on the on the defensive line. Gets off the block, and it looks like he just never saw him until it was too late.
Yeah, it looks like he just he stuck to his zone, was able to break free from the offensive lineman, and when Lakota just had nowhere to go, he took advantage and picked up the sack. 4th and 22.
You're going to go for a field goal.
Lakota's going for the field goal from midfield. So this would be a 60. Oh, goodness. He was just short as they attempted a 59-yard field goal, and looks like he might have been hit as the kicker was hit. Yep, roughing the kicker, so that's going to help things, but he's shaken up a little bit.
Brandon Leal.
Goodness.
Again, he was about really, 10 yards short on a 60-yard kick.
He was not that far off, Zach. I mean, that's impressive. We've seen a lot of long kicks. We got 2 people down now as number 21, Luke Foster, also on the ground for Gibsonburg. But we've seen a lot of long field goals this season, a 48-yarder, a 46-yarder, a 42-yarder, but I've never seen a high schooler attempt a near 60-yard field goal before. And
it would have been good from 50.
Yeah, definitely.
Or
He would have
at
hit
least
a 50-yarder.
for sure.
That's impressive right there. Want to make sure that we thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's Ice Cream, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, and Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital. Thank you very much for continuing to sponsor our Heart of Ohio Sports Friday night football broadcasts. Of course, if you love what you're hearing tonight, and we know that you do, make sure you go to YouTube right now, click supply, click subscribe. We'll get that one. And then, of course, kick it over to Facebook and follow Heart of Ohio Sports. And also follow us on Instagram. Again, Heart of Ohio Sports and heartofohiosports.com. You can check out our website. So we got about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in tonight's contest. 1st and 10 after a huge penalty on the roughing the kicker. And the Raiders are going to push it up here and continue to forge ahead as you've got a player down on the ground, the ball carrier, and we might need to take a short break here, and we'll try to get some details for you. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Golden Bears 34, Raiders 0 with about 2 minutes left in tonight's contest.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're locked in to the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports from Kansas, Ohio. Injury down on the field, so let's take a moment and scoreboard updates. Our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard sponsor here. Looking around the area, Huron, which we had a chance to see a couple of weeks ago. They have got a 10-6 lead over Bellevue at the moment. Cary holds a 14-0 lead over Mohawk in the third quarter. You've got Woodmore with a commanding 41-0 lead over St. Joe's in the fourth quarter. Calvert, which is the second half of the doubleheader in Tiffin, Ohio, they've got a 14-0 lead over Margaretta at halftime. And, of course, the first part of that doubleheader contest, which you can rewind and check out here on our A stream at Heart of Ohio Sports. Columbian Tornadoes with a convincing 49-14 victory over the Clyde Flyers. Now, we'll have a chance possibly, I believe, next week to see Seneca East, and they're going to take on Mohawk. Seneca East at the moment, they've got a 38-0 lead in the third quarter over the Bucyrus Redmen. So a lot of great football going on around the area here. Of course, for us here at Heart of Ohio Sports, we've had a pretty exciting scoring extravaganza for the Golden Bears so far tonight. Quick recap of tonight's action. Golden Bears, they were able to punch it in from 24 yards in the first quarter and 13 yards. So those two touchdowns gave them a 14-0 lead in the first quarter. They were able to pick up another fumble from Lakota, the first of two turnovers for Lakota tonight. And they were able to turn that into their third scoring drive of the evening as they entered the second quarter of play. And Gibsonburg ended the half 21-0 with a commanding lead. Lakota, they got the ball back first in the second half, but did nothing with it. And then, of course, Gibsonburg got it back, and they were able to punch it in from 26 yards out, 28-0, and then another 20-yard touchdown run from Wagaman, 34-0. Gibsonburg over Lakota here in Kansas, Ohio.
It's Grigson walking off under his own power, checking him out now. Oh, man.
The young man, Nate Grigson, a 5'8", 165-pound freshman for the Lakota Raiders. Always a concern when you're slow to get up off the ground, and hopefully we'll be able to see the young man back out there sometime soon, and that health-wise everything's good to go. Of course, he was able to walk off the field, which is always a great sign physically. So stay tuned. Of course, we'll keep an eye on that as we'll keep an eye on everything. In about 90 seconds or so, we've got our post-game show, your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. We'll make sure that we review tonight's action, some of the area scores, and we'll also make sure that we turn to our Little Hugo's player of the game. We've got a difficult decision as so many players have had a hand in everything that's gone on so far tonight. Quick, the receiver there, and it looks like they're going to give him the catch. Oh, they're going to say it hit the ground, so incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down for Lakota. Under 1 minute of play. All right, so 4th and 6, and Lakota, they're going to bring out Brandon Leal. He attempted a 60-yard field goal attempt a couple of minutes ago, and really, he wasn't that far off. Roughing the passer allowed Lakota to continue, or roughing the kicker allowed Lakota to continue. So it's up, and he's got plenty of leg on it, and it's good. Field goal, and that's going to be a 42-yard field goal for number 14, Brandon Leal. Wow, we've seen a lot of field goals this season, and that's unusual for high school.
We've seen a lot of good kickers this year. Leal on that list, absolutely. And again, that's a wow. That cleared the band.
He could have kicked it from another 15 yards back.
Probably more than
easily.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's incredible. Wow, that's just incredible. I don't know what else to say, Zach.
Again, you're down by this much. Honestly, that's probably just putting something on tape for college scouts. Like that's what that was, and that's what that 60-yard attempt was.
Brandon Leal, a junior kicker, so he's still got another year of football, and I mean, That's incredible. I mean, that really is. 6 foot, 165 pounds. He's listed as a kicker and a defensive lineman, but he's got one heck of a leg as he just knocked down a 42-yard field goal here with about 15 seconds left in tonight's contest.
Well, with 15 seconds left here, partner, I think we got to start talking about player of the game.
We certainly do, and I mean, there's a lot of options here to choose from, and you know, my eyes keep looking over there at that Golden Bears rushing attack, multifaceted. They had a lot of people doing a lot of damage to this Lakota Raider defense.
Yeah, Wagaman, Salazar. We got a couple options, but
did they just line up on the wrong side of the field?
They did.
That is bizarre. That's new. Yeah, so they were still mesmerized by the 42-yard field goal that both teams lined up on the wrong side of the field, and the official made them switch it.
Let me tell you, this is one of the goofiest games I've.
Do we have a replay on that, Zach? I mean,
I wish I would have caught it sooner. I was like looking at the rosters we were talking about. We're getting ready for this post game.
The player of the game is the official.
I look up there
for sniffing that one out.
Flipped around. And again, you had that touchdown run where he fumbled it into the end zone. You had a 60-yard attempt.
Low line drive kick and going to go out of bounds. So 2-1, they're just going to let it run. That's the game if they let it stand. And what a heck of an ending was it. 42-yard field goal and a little switcheroo down there on the field. And tonight's contest, 34-3. Gibsonburg walks away with a commanding victory over Lakota. Let's take a short break. We're going to come back. We'll review tonight's action and give you our Little Hugo's player of the game.
You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports from Kansas, Ohio, and after 4 quarters of play, the ball game is over, and Gibsonburg comes away with a 34-3 victory over the hometown Lakota Raiders. All right, so Zach, we've got a decision to make here, and quick recap. Gibsonburg, they put up 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, a 3rd touchdown in the second quarter, so went into halftime at 21-0, and then they picked up where they left off as they scored 2 more touchdowns in the 3rd quarter, and Lakota topped it off with a 42-yard field goal in the 4th quarter. Final score 34-3. And after reviewing some of the players that were involved and everything that's happened tonight, I think we've come to a conclusion on who we want to say our Little Hugo's player of the game is.
Yes, sophomore Aiden Morant, receiving touchdown, a rushing touchdown. He was all over the field on offense. Really, you could give it to any of these running backs. Salazar, Wagaman played really well. But again, Morant had himself a great game.
Morant, 2 scores on the night, 1 catching the ball, 1 running the ball, and he was one of many talented running backs there for the Gibsonburg Golden Bears as they just did a phenomenal job tonight controlling the game from start to stop. So I believe we're going to take a short break as Connor's trying to rustle up our Little Hugo's player of the game. But again, make sure you stay here at Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show at Heart of Ohio Sports. And we'll be back shortly with a special guest.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Connor Roush here. Stay tuned for all the details on Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go, Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little Hugo's is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today and take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little Hugo's on West Market Street in Tiffin.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, welcome back to Heart of Ohio Sports, and we've got our Little Hugo's player of the game joining us up here in the booth, Aiden Morant. Aiden, hey, first off, great win, great game. How's it feel?
It feels amazing, especially against rival school. You know, a lot of stuff built up to this game, and I'm happy we pulled out and won the game.
All right, so you were one of many people touching the football tonight. Yeah. I mean, what is it like having so many talented people in the backfield to share the ball with?
It's really it's good for our team. It's not just one person in the ball. It's not team worrying about one person. It's like 5 or 6 people they got to worry about. It's good for our team. It's good for our coaches, and yeah.
All right, so you said Lakota, your rival here. How competitive is it between you and those other guys on the team, just kind of getting yourselves ready for a big game like this?
I think it's one of the most competitive games in Northwest Ohio. We really go after it. We talk at games, every game we go to when we face Lakota. It's just a lot of stuff builds up to this. This is the biggest one in football, so, you know, it's really nice winning.
That's incredible. All right, so Aiden, you had 2 touchdowns tonight. You had a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and I think one of the more memorable plays of the evening there as you punched it in from, I believe it was about 20 yards. And Did you practice that, flip up as you were just it looked like you were just tossing the ball around as you went into the end zone?
I caught the ball, I got hit, and then it just kind of like lost out my hands and kept bobbling, and then, I ended up getting in control of it, though.
Hey, the only thing that matters is you got the touchdown, and that's the important thing there. So, hey, congratulations, Aiden. You're our Little Hugo's Player of the Game here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
Thank you.
Phenomenal win tonight, and hey, good luck next week.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Ask him what he's going to get.
Oh yeah, you get this gift certificate. I don't know what kind of ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream there? Because I guarantee Little Hugo's has got it for you. So think about it, because that's an important decision right there. So again, our player of the game here, we've got Aiden Morant. So thank you very much, and have a fantastic rest of the season. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So we're going to take a short little break. We'll be right back. Close things off here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Welcome back to Heart of Ohio Sports. A huge victory for the Gibsonburg Golden Bears, 34-3. And of course, we had our player of the game, Aiden Morant, had 2 touchdowns on the evening. One of many people to put up some points. We had just a great game here from Kansas, Ohio. And I think one of the cool things there was towards the end. And Lakota, as you see, their team rallied up on the field there. Still, one of the cool things was their kicker. He actually came out and knocked down a 42-yard field goal, and I think he could have gotten that 60-yarder before that they had tried just a few minutes earlier. So we've seen a lot of field goals this season, and we keep saying it's kind of an unusual sight for us at the high school level, that is.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, he had that kick from 60 that was almost good. He probably had 10 yards.
Yeah. Brandon Leal, just an incredible talent there, and he's only a junior, so I can only imagine he's just going to get that much better.
I'm sure,
next year.
I'm sure that was an opportunity to put something on tape for college at the next level. I mean, that is a leg that, again, people are going to want to see definitely at some place.
No doubt. All right, so we're trying to load up some scores here. All right, so in Tiffin, Ohio, right now, third quarter, Calvert, they've got a 14-0 lead over Margaretta. That is the second game of a doubleheader at Frost County Stadium. Of course, the first game turned up to be a Tiffin Columbian victory, so that was an exciting A-Stream special, that doubleheader there in Tiffin, Ohio.
Hopewell over Willard, 52-33. That was a big game. We'll see Hopewell later in the year.
We're also going to have a chance to see Seneca East and Mohawk. And right now, Mohawk, they trail the Cary Blue Devils 14-7 in the fourth quarter. So that's a close football game that you want to keep an eye on. We already mentioned Tiffin Columbian extending their winning streak there, 49-14. So they're getting things on track here at the right time as you move in closer to that postseason opportunity. And then, of course, Seneca East, they just have a big lead, 44-14 over Bucyrus. So Seneca East, Mohawk, that should be a great game here in a couple weeks for us at Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, so I think that's about it for us. Thank you for joining us. We've had a lot of fun here at our Your Legacy Federal Credit Union postgame show. And for Connor Roush on the camera, for Zach Dillon here on all the switchboards and the color commentary, I'm Dominic Helmstetter. Thanks for tuning in to Heart of Ohio Sports. And make sure you stop by next week as we have another fantastic high school football matchup for you.